Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this isn't actually part of the video. This is just going to be a quick little disclaimer that I'm going to have to put in this video and two more after this one. So in this video, I have lipstick on my teeth, literally all over my teeth in the majority of the video. And unfortunately, I made 3 whole videos without noticing that I had lipstick all over my teeth. I feel kind of silly even making a disclaimer for lipstick being on my teeth, but I know that I'm gonna have comments saying, oh my god, you have lipstick all over your teeth. That's so unprofessional. That's so gross, blah, blah, blah. But I asked you guys on Snapchat and Facebook, for those of you who follow me, what you guys think I should do, if I should keep the video or if I should redo them. And I had so many comments, literally more comments than I've ever had, that said, you know, upload the video, who cares? So yeah, please ignore the lipstick on my teeth in this video and in the next 2 videos because you're gonna be seeing it for a while. Actually, do I have lipstick on my teeth right now? We're good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you right now. So this video is gonna be all about products that I'll be returning or like products I regret buying and just didn't work for me. So I have a ton of stuff to talk about. I'm returning a whole lot, and I'll probably have to break this up into different videos, but today is going to be all about products I'm returning to Ulta because I have so much that it can be its own video. Also, I do have to be a little bit more quiet because my husband's in bed right now. It's midnight. So let's go ahead and get started. I have talked about several of these products in other videos, which I will always link in the description box, and I will try to link it at the end of this video. So the first thing I'll be returning is this Ulta Beauty HD Soft Focus Liquid Foundation, but I did do an entire review and demo over this. So basically this is just a super thick and uncomfortable foundation to wear. It feels very heavy. If you don't set this with a powder, it's gonna feel like you have a mask on your face. It does look pretty good once everything is on and everything is set, but just that initial feeling of how heavy it is, it's just a no-go for me. The next thing I'll be returning is the Clinique DIY Blend It Yourself Pigment Drops. I will be returning these because first of all, the color is just awful. It's very pale. It looks very peachy when you first swatch it out though, so it's pretty deceiving. But this is very matte. I'm not a big fan of matte finishes. If you have oily skin, this would probably work out very well for you though. But aside from it being very pale, very matte, and very drying on my skin, this is $33 for 0.34 ounces of product. And that's just extremely outrageous to me. I do not think it's worth that. And granted, I know that these are like full-on pigments, so you don't have to use as much. But I don't know, I feel like if you have to use something like this to like better another foundation or another product, then you probably just need to find a better product. Next thing I'll be returning is actually something I haven't really talked about. This is the NYX Lingerie Matte Lipstick, I guess is what it's called. This is in the shade Lace Detail. I haven't really worn this a whole lot, to be honest. I've worn it maybe like once or twice. Here's what the shade looks like though. It's a really nice shade. My lips are very dry naturally, so matte lipsticks they just don't work well with me. This just looks really dry and it starts crackling and it gets that little inner rim fading and crackling going on that looks like cat buttholes. It's a really nice color. I love the shade selection. They're all really nice nude shades, but formula wise, just not a big fan. The next thing I'll be returning is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I got the shade number 10 Porcelain. This is like at least 2 or 3 shades lighter than my skin tone. I got this for an under eye concealer and I'm actually wearing it right now. I really wanted to like this because first of all, it has an amazing doe foot applicator. It's just got that really nice like up-to-date flat doe foot applicator that just packs on product really nicely, and when you first swatch it out, it just seems like a really nice hydrating gel formula, but this creases almost immediately on my under eye area. Literally as soon as I get done blending it out, it starts creasing and fading. This is supposed to be a full coverage, waterproof, long wearing concealer. This is not that high of coverage, but yeah, I really wanted to like this because the formula seems very nice, but longevity is just not there. The next thing I'll be returning is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush Palette in the shade Hot Spice. Here is what the packaging looks like. I actually really do like the formula of these, but as soon as I got it, problem number 1. So yeah, it came loose from the palette only a few days after I bought it, but as soon as I opened it up this shade right here was cracked, and it was like the prettiest shade in here, which I was really bummed about, but it eventually just completely cracked and fell out. But you do get 6 regular blushes and you get 2 baked blushes. These don't really seem to be baked to me. They're not super pigmented. They don't pack a big punch at all, but I do like the other shades in here, so I would probably repurchase this for the other blushes in the palette, but I don't know, just the packaging, it sucked. I will also be returning this Essence Rockin' Doll Crazy XXL Volume Mascara, which I talked about in that try on makeup haul I just did. Here is what that looks like. This is brand new. I am wearing it right now. So by the end of that video, I thought that I could give this a chance and it would really work for me, but it just doesn't do a whole lot for me anymore. It doesn't look as bold as it did in that video, but right now it's not impressing me. So it is now official that I'm a broken record with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've said it before, I've really tried to like this concealer. I really didn't want to like this because it's not all that expensive. I think it's like $20 or $24. I think it's 24, and you do get a pretty good amount, and it's really nice packaging. This is a very good color for me, but as I've said before, I feel like the beauty community has just hyped this up so much to where my expectations were like really high, and then I used it and it's just like I really don't want to make it seem like this is a bad concealer. This just didn't do any miracles for me. Like, it just didn't wow me, but it's very creamy. It does blend out really nicely. It is a little bit thicker, but it's not too thick. I don't find that it really creases or fades or anything, but I don't know, like, it just doesn't really do anything different from my favorite Maybelline concealers, like my Fit Me or my Master Conceal Instant Age Rewind. But I mean, the shade selection is definitely a big A+, because a lot of the drugstore concealers that are my favorites, like the Maybelline ones, like, I love them, but the shade selection sucks. I'm just not feeling it, and I'm not gonna keep giving it a shot, because if I don't like something right off the bat, that's usually a sign that I'm just not gonna like it in general. So the next thing I'll be returning is actually something that I do like, but this is the Ulta Hydro Prime Face Primer, and I have talked about this in videos before. It's just a really nice, kind of like gel primer. It doesn't feel silicone-y or anything. I don't feel like it's super hydrating. Like, if you have dry patches, it's not gonna like completely erase them, but it is a nice base for your foundation. I don't find that my foundation breaks down or anything. So basically, I would recommend this primer, but the reason I'm taking it back is just because I have other primers that are very similar, and my favorite primer right now is a Flower in Your Prime Perfecting Primer, and this is very similar to the Ulta one. It's just got that really nice like gel consistency. It feels like a gel moisturizer. It is a very nice base. So I'm basically just taking it back because I don't really need it. The next thing that I'll most likely be taking back, I'm kind of unsure if I want to return it or not, because I feel like I haven't used it a whole lot and I just kind of want to keep playing with it, but I probably will end up taking it back. But this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Blur Stick. This is supposed to be a mattifying, pore minimizing product. Like, this type of product is really blowing up right now, kind of like the Milk Blur Stick. This doesn't really minimize my pores, which is the main reason that I got it, because I'm always looking for something that will minimize my very large pores that look like the craters of the moon. But this does mattify and blur your skin and give a really nice like soft focus effect, and it does look really nice on the skin, but just the fact that it doesn't minimize my pores is the kicker for me. The next product I have is this NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in the shade White. So I'm not going to take this back like right now. I want to keep playing with it, and I'm also going to do a full-on video with it because I do want to show you guys how this works. This is just a pure white mixing product. You can use this to lighten your darker foundations, and I mean, all in all, this does lighten your foundation, but I feel like it takes so much product to actually lighten something, and I feel like it doesn't actually like mix in and unify with the product that you're mixing it in with, because whenever I mix this in with the foundation, it does end up lightening it, but I also feel like it doesn't completely transform into the foundation, if that makes any sense. Like, it just doesn't unify with the product, but I also just feel like it's not thin enough and it's not like liquidy enough to really emulsify, I guess, with the product. But let me know if you've tried this, because I am curious to see how it works for other people. And the last product from Ulta that I'll probably be returning is this Ulta Dewy Makeup Setting Spray. This is from the Ulta collection, and I have talked about this before and I did like it. I don't think this is a bad product. But this setting spray doesn't make me dewy right off the bat. It sets my makeup like any other kind of setting spray does. Like, it sets it, it kind of meshes all the liquids and powders together to where it doesn't look cakey or anything, and it does make my skin look more dewy throughout the day. But I have to use that term dewy very lightly, because it borderline makes me look oily. And when I say borderline, I basically mean it makes me look like a freaking grease ball. If you have dry skin, I think this is going to be amazing for you. If you have oily skin, I would say stay away from it. But I've been using the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray that's brand new, and I find this does make my skin look very dewy right off the bat. I don't have to wait for it or anything. But I will say this does make my makeup fade a lot faster. It does not improve the longevity of my makeup at all. As far as dewiness goes, this one's at Award. But the Ulta one does have a lot of good ingredients in here, and a lot of ingredients that I don't see in most setting sprays, like spinach extract, broccoli extract. It does feel really refreshing, but I just find that I just get too oily with this. So that is it for part 1 of products I'll be returning. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. If you did, make sure you let me know in the comments below that you want to see more of these. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.